What's up, y'all? Today we're gonna be doing a seafood boil, and it's gonna be pretty simple because um, the person that I'm cooking it for, they are allergic to citrus, so I'm not gonna be using a couple of ingredients, and also the person didn't want sausage or eggs, so we're just gonna do one with potatoes, corn, snow crab clusters, and jumbo shrimp. I'm gonna teach y'all how to make a butter sauce with heavy whipping cream and salted butter. Due to the person that's eating this having an allergy, we're gonna stay away from the limes and the lemons. But when you making your boil, make sure you chop up some limes and some lemons or whatever, and because that'll give it that I forgot what the term I'm looking for, but that'll give it that little kick or whatever. And as far as the boil, um, you can use either one, like the shrimp, crab boil, crawfish boil. All of it is pretty much the same. I like this one because it has a little bit more spice than normal, so I like that one pretty much. But you can't go wrong with any one. I already got I already threw a pack into both of the pots or whatever. One of the pots is for shrimp, and the other one is for the everything else because you can cook the shrimp with that, but they'll cook too fast, and then you'll either be having some rubbery shrimp or you know what I'm saying, they'll just be rubbery. You don't want to put them in the same. I always separate them. Um, the saucepan. This is what we're gonna do the butter sauce in. So we need to put that to the side for now. So no, I'll just put that right here for now. But another thing, right? If you're a purist and you feel like, oh, I have to have all the freshest ingredients or whatever, you can go get you some garlic and then you can mince it yourself. But if you, like I said, if you strap for time, bro, it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Make sure you add some of this to your definitely add some of this to your pot that's already boiling. Well, hello, sunshine. How are you? Why you dressed like you finna go take somebody baby dad? I'm leaving all that in there. So when you get to this point, these take the longest to cook. So you need to throw them in first. Like before you do anything else up to this point, throw these in. I don't know, man. It's just because potatoes so thick. The order I normally do it, I throw my potatoes in, and then if you are doing it with sausage, I bake the sausage in the oven first so you can get all that oil and that grease off of it. Then you'll strain it or whatever. Then you can throw them in so they can get that flavor sucked in them, not sucked in them, but soaked in them. Then I will add my corn because most of the time that corn be frozen anyway. So when you throw it in there, it'll kind of cool the boil itself down, but then it'll give it time to for the spices to soak into that too. Then last, I'll put the snow crab in because you need about anywhere from I believe like 10 to 15 minutes for it to soak in and to get all the way down into the meat of it and everything. But you don't want to put them in too early because they already cooked. Like everything is flash frozen, so you literally will be cooking it twice. And then of course I said, you got to do your shrimps separate because you don't not want to do them together. Like I said, you have to do your shrimp separate because if you do them together, they're gonna overcook because it's like keep in mind, right? So you see the big pot. Now imagine 30 to 40 snow crab clusters, 80 shrimp, 100 sausages, all that stuff in there together, and you trying to dig around and get all the shrimp out. By the time you get them all out, some of them might be overcooked, some of them might be just right, and some of them might still not even be cooked at all. So it's like it's better to cook them separately or whatever. Oh, it's another cheat code. That chicken bouillon or whatever that gives the boil like a different flavor too. Like you know what I'm saying? It's not something that's required, but that's something I throw in my seafood boil to give it a little bit more flavor. That paprika, this is all for color. Like it's not for flavor or for nothing. Because when you do that heavy whipping cream and that butter, it's gonna be like a yellowish color. Like it'll look good, but it looks better when it has that red, that deep red color into it. And then you can throw your minced garlic in that too, so just to give it some more flavor. But like I said, you pretty much can chill at this point because those potatoes need to cook down for a little while. They at least need to be halfway soft before you throw everything else in. So at this point, your potatoes should have been boiling anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, depending on their size or whatever. I had them in there for like 12 minutes so far. You can go ahead and throw your corn in. If you had sausages, you could throw your sausages in right now. I almost forgot. Make sure you add your liquid crab boil before you throw in your potatoes, because a lot of that spice comes from that. Remember, like I say in all my videos, make sure you're constantly washing your hands. Just a good practice, I should say. So now we at the corn, right? So I threw the corn in. Corn only takes anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, probably like 7 minutes to really get done or whatever. So you ain't really got to leave it on that long. Um, at this point, what I do, you can take it off the heat source. Like I already turned it off, but you can take it off the heat source. That way, um, it's not boiling when you throw your snow crabs in. Because like I said, them are the last things that need to go into the boil itself. If you did boiled eggs, you could do them in a, and not could, you should do them in a separate pot, because if you do them in a separate pot, you still got to peel them and stuff like that. um you can just put them to the side, because they really just, you add them at the end anyway. They don't even go in the boil, they go when you season them on the side. It's still extremely hot, but it's not boiling no more. So at this point you can add your snow crabs in. Like, yeah, as far as your snow crabs or whatever, you're not they not cooking. They not cooking or nothing like that. All your snow crabs are doing is soaking up all that good flavor, you know what I'm saying, from the boil itself. You can move on to your jumbo shrimp now. If you had them thawing in water, go ahead and drain them. And you can throw them straight into the separate pot. The thing about that separate pot too, also, it has seafood boil in it, but it doesn't have as much seafood boil as the big boil, because like I said, the flavor that I'm doing on the shrimp, that's gonna come from the butter sauce that we made. It's good to have that slight, you know what I'm saying, that little bit of like flavor from the boil, but it's better to get that flavor from the take a long time to cook. I promise you they don't. Have you a strainer on standby that you can hurry up and snatch them out of here, because you don't want them to overcook. You don't want them to be rubbery. But at this point, you can go ahead and stick your butter in. Get it on a high heat at first. You can take half and put it into the boil itself just to give it a little bit more flavor. At this point too, your shrimp should be done. So you can go ahead and take them off and drain them. That literally feels like you're getting maced. That boil be crazy, man. I know I should have brought all this stuff over here earlier. So just to give it a little color early, you can throw some paprika in there. for a little flavor. Throw you some Old Bay in there. A little more bite. That chicken bouillon. Ooh. And some of your minced garlic. Man, I wish y'all could smell this right now. Also, at this point, you can kind of turn the flame down a little bit. You don't want it to be stupid, super hot. Take your heavy whipping cream. You don't need a lot. You just need a little enough. You can kind of eyeball it a little bit. You probably can add a little bit more. Because basically at this point, we're just looking for the consistency to get a little bit thicker. That paprika is for color, like I said. A little more Old Bay. As y'all can see by now, I really don't measure. I don't measure nothing. I do it by sight. You can turn the heat back up a little bit. Just using this for consistency, bro. Like it. I'm not sure if it's called an emulsifier. I think it is or whatever, but it's just to thicken it up. This is mainly unsalted butter in here. And if you got somebody that has like a dairy allergy or something like that, or they lactose intolerant, there's other stuff that you can use to kind of thicken this up. It was something. What did Mark? Man, y'all should smell this, bro. It smells so good. While that's still simmering and stuff, all that leftover like garlic, you can throw that in the boil, and you can toss it in here. And at this point, it's done right now. If you want it to be thicker, you can add a little bit more whipping cream. You can let it simmer for a little while, but this is kind of where I want it because, like I said, this is for the shrimp. You know what I'm saying? We tossing the shrimp in this, so this is what the shrimp is gonna get its flavor at. But you always can go back and you know what I'm saying, like I said, thicken it up or do it to your specifications. These should have been soaking for probably about 15 to 20 minutes. Like all that flavor should be deep down inside the cluster or whatever. And it smells so good. Like I said, we didn't do no sausages, no corn. We didn't do no sausages. We didn't do no eggs. We just did corn and potatoes, snow crab and jumbo. So take this over here. You're gonna need your Old Bay. Normally, I'll do a thicker butter sauce, but this will do just fine. And it'll be cool, like if you had the bags. Because then if it was in them bags, you can just shake them up. Remember, this is the shrimp. Told y'all we was going to toss the shrimp into this. Yes, indeed. Make sure it's evenly coated. Keep in mind, you got the flavor from the other boil, but now it's in this too. Drake. Damn, I knew I was finna do that. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that. Cause now you don't got no wife. You got a wife, you got an informed wife. Oh. That is so good.